Westminster Shorter Catechism, Question and Answer 31. Quaestio trigesima et prima. Quid est vocatio efficax? Responsio. Vocatio efficax est spiritus Dei opus, quo nos peccati nostri miseriaeque arguens, mentes nostras cognitione Christi illuminans, voluntates nostras renovans, prorsus nobis persuadet, et virdres sufficit, ut Iesum Christum amplectamur gratuito nobis oblatum in evangelio. The question then, what is quid est vocatio efficax? What is a calling that is effectual? Vocatio efficax is feminine singular and nominative as the predicate of the interrogative pronoun quid, which is neuter and singular. Now the answer, vocatio efficax, effectual calling, est spiritus Dei opus, is the work of the Spirit of God. And this word here is not properly marked. It ought to have a long mark like this, because this is a fourth declension genitive, a masculine singular genitive, and the fourth declension, the genitive is long, spiritus. Effectual calling is the work, the opus of the Spirit of God. So both spiritus and Dei are masculine singular genitive. Moreover, it is an opus quo. So the antecedent of quo is opus, and thus quo is neuter and singular. But whereas opus is nominative, quo, the pronoun which replaces it, is ablative, because it's an ablative of instrument. It's a work of God's Spirit, by which arguens, convicting or convincing, nos. Nos is masculine plural and accusative as the object of this active participle, arguens, by which convincing us of two things, peccati nostri, miseriaeque, of our sin and of our misery. So both of these words, peccati and miseriae, these are both genitive, though they are of different genders. So first, convincing. Secondly, our minds, mentes nostres, cognitione Christi, by the knowledge of Christ, illuminans, illuminating. So the first work is convincing, arguens. The second work is illuminans, illuminating or bringing light to. And mentes nostras is feminine plural and accusative as the object of this participle, illuminans, illuminating our minds by means of cognitione Christi. Cognitione is feminine, singular, and ablative of instrument, illuminating our minds by the knowledge of Christ, masculine, singular, genitive. Third, then, in addition to arguens and illuminans, we have this participle, renovans, renewing. So, convicting, illuminating, and finally, renewing. And then the object of renovans is going to be voluntates, modified by nostras, renewing our wills. So voluntates nostras, feminine, plural, and accusative, as the object of this active participle, renovans. Renewing our wills. What happens? Now we get to the verb of quo. So far we have had participles. So the verb which this relative clause introduces is persuadet and then sufficit. There are two verbs here in this relative clause. So in these three ways, arguens, illuminans, and renovans, he, in fact, indeed, persuades us, nobis persuadet, the verb persuadere, second conjugation verb, here in the third singular present indicative active, always takes the dative case. So nobis is masculine, plural, and dative. He persuades us, and he sufficit vires. He supplies our strength. He persuades, and this is translated typically in the English edition of the Catechism, enables. He persuades and enables us. He supplies us with strength. Vires is feminine, plural, and accusative. And then we have this ut clause. He persuades and enables us to, and I'm taking this as purpose, but it could also be result, with the purpose that we embrace amplectamur, Jesus Christ, with a purpose that we embrace, but it is also the result of this activity, this persuading and enabling, that we embrace Jesus Christ. Amplectamur is from amplector, It's the third conjugation deponent verb, amplector amplecti, and so this is a present subjunctive in this purpose or result clause, that we might embrace Jesus Christ, who is oblatum, offered to us. Oblatum is masculine, singular, and accusative, because it is restating Iesum Christum, offered to us how? Gratuito, freely. This is an adverb. Offered to us freely, gratuito, in Evangelio, in the Gospel. And this is another member of the Assembly, Dr. William Gouge, 1575 to 1653 A.D.